It's a hell of a start, isn't it? Morning, fellow zombies. What's going on? Well, this is 1:46 in the morning. It is the 20th of May, 2022. And the zombie Weaver John C. of Rosamond, California. Sleep deprived and emotionally screwed up. That's what qualifies me. What qualifies you for being a zombie? What you were hearing was the music from Little River Band back in the late 70s, early 80s, I think. Courtesy of YouTube. Uh, Music like this would start off on a movie matinee on Sundays afternoons by Tom Haddon, an artist who did the Popeye cartoons. And he did the cartoons on Sunday mornings. And the movie matinees would be in the Sunday afternoons. And that would be the tune for him to play. It's also a good tune for me, too. I'll probably hate the living crap out of it. Probably not. I'd been thinking, and it's going to be a pain in the ass for me to do this project. I wanted to do the first semester back, but I don't know. And trying to memorialize my own life, too many damn pictures with the video music. I figured that maybe just leave my videos as is without the without the video intro. Well, actually, without a musical intro. I like the musical when I can actually figure out how to do this kind of crap, Instead of having me going over to YouTube, finding the music and just playing it like this. Not exactly professional, but you know what? I'm an amateur. I'm a rank amateur. And I don't have the skills doing this shit. But what I do have is things to say and things to go over, and I just feel like I needed to get this off my chest. Not about memories, but about how things happen in life that sometimes you wish you could take back. Regrets, they would call them. I'm at times filled with them because I'm not quite sure how to interpret those regrets. And there are a lot of them. I regret sometimes that my behavior could have been better with my family growing up. Kids, she was trying to rein us in left and right. But David wasn't all that much of a woolly asshole either, and now he's this isolating son of a bitch. It was too. Very much an isolator. And I didn't care. I cared about my brother a little bit, but I really didn't know how to really watch his back until I got older and past his drug stage. And I really began to understand what watching his six meant all that time. I thought I was just protecting him from Ma because I didn't want my ass being reamed by Mama. If I got in trouble with my brother and I was supposed to stay with him, I was in trouble. Didn't matter. So that's what happened. Especially when he went on his drug runs. He gets out of the Navy and he had problems. The only way for him to deal with his pain was to chemically flood his body one way or another. He didn't know until he had a lot of therapy happen and a lot of sessions with other people and self-exploratory. It got to the point where he finally told me decades later what was going on with him. And there was a lot of regrets he died having. And there's a lot of regrets I could have helped him out with and didn't. Having a dream wake you up, putting yourself into a kid's mode, but still showing off to my brother about what kind of a pain in the ass I was to him as his baby brother. My mom kept trying to she kept trying to order me around, trying to goad me, trying to do whatever she can to make sure my brother was calmed down enough. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this damn thing first. No wonder I like the wired head, the Bluetooth, but the Bluetooth has a lousy sounding to it. This has a clearer sound because it's direct. I need to give me a better one because these damn wires are so damn just clingy to each other. It's a pain in the ass to get unwound. But dealing with that one. It's like dealing with my brother and his situations and dreams I had to deal with, including this morning, which puts me on the mic this morning. I know I was a pain in the ass to my brother a long time ago. I treated him badly enough as it is. But all I knew is he could beat me up like crazy. But at least I know a few ways to verbally get under his skin. And if I was going to be apologizing, well, I'd apologize, but not if I didn't feel like it. And this was one of the times I was doing it. In my dream, apologizing yet not apologizing. When you can not exactly put them in words, but in facial and in auditory to produce a reaction on the person that you're trying to get their goat. I was good at that one against my brother. I could find a few words, or maybe a longer stretch, to insult the living crap out of him. I could get his goat that way. But what pisses me off at this time is he's not here to fight back except in his dreams. And I haven't done anything, at least I don't remember, in the physical realm, in the materialistic, to understand what the hell did I do to him as an insult that I wouldn't apologize for. Now, my brother and I, well, we got a lot older, and it was getting closer to his time, without us realizing, of course. We'd get, on a few occasions, under our skins. I mean, each other's skin at this point over here, where we're just glaring at each other because we wouldn't see eye to eye on the point of view we were trying to express concerning about a hot topic button. Mostly about my brother's supposed girlfriend turned wife. There were videos I did about this one here a long time ago, explaining how someone online convinced my brother to fall in love with her one way or another. It got to the point where he was willing to get her out from one side of the country to this side of the country. And have that go so wonky, where she ends up in Nigeria. I said it that way. and screaming for help. And the scam was she had received a letter or communication from a lawyer regarding a will that had to be taken care of in Nigeria because the father had property out there. But there was lots of money. Money, 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 money. In my brother's youth, or actually in his better right mind, he would have been able to figure the shit out and say, fuck it. No. His desperation for a wife, a female companionship, someone he can actually get close to and call someone his wife. And yet he had to drag my ass in there and my money from school to get her out here, and she doesn't. So naturally, I still got a major resentment against that one. And I kept it, and really kept it. All the way until the point he passed, and she's still screaming and yelling she wants money. Money, 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 money. Get the hell out of there. She wants to be with me. But I'm your sister. You have to do this. I'm your sister. You're not my sister. No self-respecting relative would do this shit to our family. And they'd scam us. I mean, to stay here and scam us out of our money or out of our stuff at this point over here where we require compensation. They wanted to leave us. We kept stuff. That's what happened. And unfortunately, stuff got trashed. Wasn't my decision, wasn't my fault. But I still carry the responsibility and I still carry the blame for it because I'm the last surviving guy who knows about it. But that's what my mother and my brother did. But I still have to be responsible for it because I was still party to it. Because I'm still family with it. You know, kind of suck doing that shit. But the situation regarding my brother was totally different altogether. In order for the inheritance to be gotten, my brother had to be married to her. And since he couldn't travel to Nigeria and he didn't have a passport, they'd have to exchange paperwork by mail. Email, printing it up, signing the damn thing, photocopying it, sending it back through the email. That kind of bullshit. And you get a bullshit certificate. Signed off by someone who claims he's a clerk, or probably is a clerk in Nigeria. But since she was over there and Dave's over here, kind of protected him from keeping his all his stuff. Especially if anything else happened. She never did come, but she had all the communications, including how to write an address to us. Never did. No letter, no threatening, things like that, nothing. So, what can I say? What can I say about Nigeria? They can have their country. I don't want anything part of them. The only thing I have right now is just dealing with what I got to deal with right now. That's it. But dealing with a nightmare about my brother telling me that, not telling me, my mother telling me, I have to apologize. I'm sorry. Maybe. You gonna be pissed at me? My brother be give me the old angry look. You call that an apology? I guess that's an answer right there, isn't it? It's called admitting defeat. Getting his goat to the point. My brother and I had this relationship with each other throughout our years. Before he got into the military, he was just a smart-ass kid. taking care of his brother. Two jolly kids. But we had things happening to ourselves that we had to grow up. He grew up the hard way, rotten way, the hard way. He came out of the military harder than usual, in more ways than one. No longer the happy, slappy dude, a very serious guy. Scared the hell out of me. But he had to learn how to find that person of his, including how to get past the damn drugs that was driving him crazy. Using him and the alcohol to hide from stuff that he did in the military that he wasn't proud of. Things that happened to him that really pushed him to his breaking point. It wasn't what the command did or should have done. It was people under their command. Of course, I'll hearsay now, no evidence to the contrary right now. But still, if my brother felt like he lost honor and respect, he had more than enough time to rebuild it with his family at least. If not with the U.S. government. Government could care less. But the family was the more important one. So, yeah, he got our respect. He got our attention. He earned it back. There have been times that I'd gotten my brother's goat just by saying a few choice words that I know that would irritate the living crap out of him. And I know that he'd be physically able to pummel the living crap out of me. Such was his training and his conditioning. And besides, he was the bigger brother. Didn't give him the right, but he was the bigger brother. So, firstborn had to knock it off, and so did the lastborn, the baby of the family. Otherwise, my mother would have the final word, and we didn't want that one. If we heard the final word coming from her, then you obey the mama. That's what I did. Except in the dream, when I was still trying to get my brother's goat. Now, I know this is supposed to be a dream, should not be taken seriously enough. I know. But I was taking it seriously enough. I'm taking it seriously enough. Hell, if he was still alive, I mean, we'd be taking it seriously enough. We'd be coming at each other's throats. And then saying, you know, we really don't need to do this. We still have to watch each other's back. Yeah, somebody's got to take care of your ass because you ain't taking care of it, now are you? Shut up. We enjoy that chuckle right there. Because before my brother passed away, he knew it was my job to take care of his ass. That's what I. That's what a baby brother does to his older brother. At least in my family. Family that I had. The hardest damn thing for me is having all these damn memories. And for me, making a musical video like I did for them, I'm going to let all the other videos speak for themselves without the musical interlude, without the music talking, because I had a lot to say about my family. The picture I'm looking at on another terminal is my mother and my brother at the main concourse of Disneyland itself, right below the railroad tracks. Dave's in the scooter from Disneyland, and my mama's in her white one. That everybody had to watch out their feet because she couldn't drive her shit. You had to watch your feet. Otherwise, she'd nail your ass. Bang into you, run over your feet. Oh, she was a nightmare. She was a royal nightmare. I couldn't stay behind her. I couldn't stay on the side of her. I had to stay a couple of feet away from her because I didn't want to run into her. Or she run into me. And they were smiling, posing for the picture. And me, I had to be the photographer. The days without the cell phones and the cameras on them. You had to deal with the Polaroids. You had to deal with the Kodaks. You had to deal with the film that you had to take over for processing and get the hard copies. That's why I keep playing the song in my head on some occasions, reminiscing from Little River Band. Because seeing this all the time is reminiscing. Or when I look at my other terminal over here, the one I'm recording on, I'm seeing the one from Outback. Maybe a couple of years later. But it was something special. We were celebrating then too. The other one, we were celebrating my mother's birthday. The other one, I'm celebrating my birthday. At Outback. No, at Stuart Anderson's. It's places like that that I can't go back into. I guess I'll have to talk about that in another video. But this is without a fade out of music though.